I am in the midst of contemplating things. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's video. Today, I felt inspired to use the oldie but a goodie Tati eyeshadow palette. I'm talking about Volume 1. If anyone remembers this eyeshadow palette, please let me know in the comments below. I would really love to know if you still have it. Do you still use it? Have you gotten rid of it? I can't seem to get rid of this because when it came out, it was a really big deal. And I think it kind of sold out like hotcakes at the time. So it was a hypey product to have. And of course, Tati, right? So this is what I'm going to be putting on my eyes today. I'm going to be using it. And it's a pretty lovely eyeshadow palette. I mean, you have your bits of purple in there, of course, and pretty much the rest is all neutral, warm-toned shadows. But you can definitely create cool tone looks with this eyeshadow palette. So the first things first is let's just get the hair out of the way. My hair is very unruly today, but that is not the point. We don't really care, do we? I'm sure you care, right? Anyway, another thing, my nails are chipped, so it's not that bad because I'm kind of wearing a neutral color and it's not a really big deal. Let's get started with priming the face. So I'm going to be using The Ordinary, which is the Alien Blue Oil, but really it's not called that. It's the Buffet plus Copper Peptides 1%. So I'm just going to do a little bit of blue alien oil stuff on my face just to give it a bit of hydration. Because we're going to be going in with a bit of an SPF product after this as well. I filmed a video recently of the skincare products that I have and refuse to buy anymore because I just want to use them up. So this is one of the products that I definitely want to use up. And this product, I don't know if it does anything at all. I mean, at first I used to think, you know, it promotes collagen and all that sort of stuff, but who knows? I mean, does copper stuff really work in skincare? I don't know. I really think the best ones are retinol, vitamin C cream, and obviously a good moisturizer and an excellent SPF product. I think they are definite necessities. And the retinol product that I have, I've got it on from last night. It's the Boost Labs retinol product. Really love that. Okay, so that just kind of sinks in straight away. I am now going in with the 50 plus very high protection Anthelios XL by La Roche-Posay. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit of that onto the face. I just want to also mention, I have been obsessed with, I mean, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a huge Super Dexter fan. And yes, I'm watching Resurrection every Friday night on Paramount Plus. So I'm watching that and going crazy. I don't want to talk too much about it because I can't bring myself to just say how much. I just can't cope with the fact that he's back. And yeah, I do love Michael C. Hall. I think he's amazing. But my brother recently said, well, if you like, you know, Dexter, on HBO, there's a show called Barry. So yes, I'm already on to season 4 and I think there's only 4 seasons of it. Can I just say Bill Hader, apart from being absolutely gorgeous, yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with him now. What a fantastic series. The whole cast of the show is amazing. Please let me know if you have watched Barry. And I better work this in because it's already drying up on my face. This is a matte formula, so really have to work it in quickly with this one. Who has been watching Barry and is obsessed with it? Because like literally I've nearly finished it all and I think they only did 4 seasons like I mentioned before. And so Barry is about an a Marine guy who was in the Marines, and you know, he kind of has really nobody in his life, and this person comes and seeks him out from, you know, finishing up from the war in Afghanistan and all that sort of stuff, and says, look, I'm here for you, let's kind of get together. And he kind of makes him his personal assassin, if you will. And yeah, it's like, it's excellent. The emotions that he goes through, he is just trying to figure out his life. You know, he never really had a good upbringing. Well, we really don't know too much about his upbringing, to be honest. It's kind of left out. They do show snippets of it with his father and him sort of playing with like war toys when he was younger. But look, guys, this is pilling up. This is pilling up. So I suppose this matte sunscreen is not very much a good mix with the alien oil. It's kind of pilling up. So with my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, but I'm not going to be using a brush because I feel like it's just going to pill up now. Look, you can't probably see it, but it's pilling up here. And yeah, so let's just say that there's some things that shouldn't be mixed. Okay, so now going with the foundation. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Barry and what your thoughts are about it. Please do not tell me the ending. Okay, well, I'm not going to read any comments to do with Barry until I finish watching it, which will probably be today. So, yeah. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what happens in season 4. Oh my goodness, using a damp beauty sponge. I'm just going to put a little bit of the foundation over my face, and I'm using the foundation as concealer today as well, and my eye primer. The last time I kind of used the NARS smudge proof primer, which is this one here. I think because of the retinol products that I've been using, I'm not even using them on my eyes, it's kind of dried my whole skin out a little bit, so it's like a little bit of patches, but I'm moisturizing. It's not bad, but we're just going to leave it with the foundation as primer today. And with Tati's eyeshadows, they're so long lasting anyway that honestly, you don't even probably need a primer to begin with when you put her eyeshadows on. So just dab that in. Work that in, and you'll have a beautiful smooth canvas. It's absolutely freezing in Sydney, Australia. It's like 9 degrees at the moment, and I know that's probably not that cold to some people in some parts of the world, but it's icy cold. It is icy cold, and it's only going to be reaching a top of 18 today. The sun is out, so that's good, but it's icicle today. Absolute icicle weather. So there we go, no more pilling up because, you know, I've used a damp beauty sponge, I haven't used a brush. I'm sorry if you heard my stomach growl. Yeah, I'm not hungry, by the way, it's just how it is. And I do have the itchiest nose in the world. Okay, so the base is on now. Let's go ahead and start off with the eyeshadow. Now I got to go get some makeup brushes for the eyeshadow application because although I could use my fingers, I'm not going to do that, so I'll be back. Brushes. Alright. Just randomly I've picked out the medium sweeper brush by Sigma. It's the E54 brush. And I am going to start off with this beautiful shade here because she's named the Memories Ritual Story. I think it says Softy or Soothe, Aura and Poet. So they're sort of like the color stories that she's named, and there's some more down the side there. But I'm going to be starting off with Soothe and the bottom one here. And I'm just placing that on the outer corner of my eye. and sort of like angling it up towards the corner, the tail end of the brow, just like that. I don't even know what look I'm doing today, but we'll see. We shall see what happens with the inspiration that I'm feeling today. I don't know. But guys, I hope you have been well and what you all been doing. These eyeshadows are just so freaking pigmented. I love them. And there we go. Already we have established the shape of the eye. Now, I don't really venture far out and do different shapes, and I was inspired by Instagram, not Instagram, I was actually inspired by Pinterest eyeshadow looks, and I was thinking of doing something crazy with eyeliner, but you know what, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just not. Oh dear. All right, now I'm bringing in another shade, which is called, it's in the Aura story, and it's just like a bone color. And I'm putting that right in the corner of the eye and meeting it in to join the other shade that we just did. Now, why I'm doing this is I want to have more of a wide-eyed look today. And whenever you place like a really lighter colored eyeshadow in the corner of the eye and bring it out, you're naturally going to feel like you've got bigger eyes. And that's a pretty good thing if you have naturally small eyes like I do. And you just kind of blend it and mesh it in with that shadow that we just did there. Like that. And I am still using the same brush. There we go. Just really soft, really natural. Now, I'm the kind of person that loves a bit of a graphic look. Now, you could go ahead and buff this out and blow it out if you wanted to, but I'm leaving it kind of like just graphic because I think it suits me, and I think it's just a little bit more striking. So you can go ahead and blend it out with a big fluffy brush if you want to blow out the edges of that eyeshadow there. I am going to be going in with a bit of sparkle. Which one am I going to use? I'm thinking this nice rose gold shade here. Wow, look at that. Ready? And I remember when Tati was doing these demonstrations, she wasn't using glitter glue or anything, because with these, they just kind of stick on naturally without really requiring any glitter glue. I'm just doing that just for a little hint of glint. That's it. Yep. Now, if I wanted to, I could, you know, do some eyeshadow and take it all the way up to the brow bone, but I'm leaving it really subtle so that, like, you know, if I look down, you'll be able to see the glitter. And if I kind of look up a little bit, you can sort of still see a little bit of the glimmer of the glitter. But yeah, so that's it. Now I am going to do some eyeshadow on the lower lashes. Which brush am I going to use? Okay, we'll use this one here, which is by Sigma again. It's a concealer F75 brush, but I use the edges because it's flat and it picks up the shadow so well. So I am going to mix two colors together. I'm going to mix these two, this shade and this shade, to create like a lilac shade. I think that'll be pretty. So it's kind of like a neutral purple with the bone color. And here we go. Yes, that's what we want. It's a very subtle shadow, just subtle, you know. So we're kind of done with the Tati eyeshadow palette, and that's it. That's all we're going to do for the eyes today in terms of shadow. Now what I'm going to be using is a eyeliner pencil. This one here is by Wayne Goss, if it will focus. We're just going to line the upper rim of the eyes. This just makes the eyes pop and gives a bit more drama, and the lower inner rim. Just like that. You know what? Edging it out a little bit on the end there. Just a little bit of a flick. Right, it's a bit messy, but taking that eyeshadow brush and angling up that shadow, angling up that eyeliner, and sort of cleaning it as well, just to kind of give a little bit of something there. Now what I am going to do is pause the video because this is the most boring part, I think. I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm just going to be using the Essence Make Me Brow. I'm going to be using the Wink Ink Mascara by Mecca Max, and then I'll be back and we'll continue doing the rest of the face. Okay guys, just finished the eyes. So, bronzer. We're using one of my favorite all-time bronzers, the Rare Beauty Happy Soul bronzer stick. It's a cream to powder formulation. I love this so much. I just put it on like this, and then I gotta make sure that I have clean fingers. Actually, I've got shadow on my fingers, damn it. I need to blend it out. What am I going to use? What am I going to use? Okay. I'm using the Sigma flat kabuki brush. That'll do. I really like to use my fingers with this bronzer because it's so easy and effortless to blend. But because my fingers, and I couldn't be bothered cleaning them, we're just using the flat kabuki brush, which is doing a phenomenal job anyway. A little bit over the nose, and I'm taking it sort of like really sort of like underneath the eyes, sort of to give like a bronze burn, if you see what I'm saying. Sort of like a, you know, you've been sunburnt, pretty much, right? Pretty much. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter. I've got my Dior, this one here is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in Pure Gold. I do have a highlighter brush. I'm going to be dipping into this old gold shade here. And sweeping that on the high parts of the cheekbone. Make sure to blend, blend, blend. Isn't that pretty? I've heard they've come out with more shades of these palettes, but the formula's different, and apparently the new formula kind of sucks. So I think it's because they've taken the talc out of it. Oh God, I'm so sick of this fear-mongering with talc, honestly. Like, I know that, you know, people say there could be asbestos in talc, but anyway, no comment there. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous, you know, yes, I do have a brown spot there. It's part of my face. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, time for lips. Okay, I have been loving this gorgeous lipstick by Armani, Giorgio Armani. And it's the shade 104. And it's the Lip Power. We're going to line the lips first though. So I have to find a lip pencil. Which one am I going to use? Let me have a look. We're going to use Cinnamon Spice. Overdrawing the lips. I don't overdraw the bottom lip though. Oh, by the way, sorry, this is the lip liner. It's Cinnamon Spice. Is it Spice Cinnamon? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Cinnamon Spice by Essence, and it's the 8 Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner. They are the best lip liners that I've ever come across with. I mean, oh, I think they're like, I don't know, I think they're like $4.95 or something. That's the look. Zoom you guys in a bit closer. So that is it. That's the day. Done my little thing for the day. I am in the midst of contemplating things with YouTube videos. Well, the direction I am heading, so to speak. Although I still do love makeup and I'll continue to do makeup videos and tutorials, I just want to venture out and do something different. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening in my life. Also looking for part-time work again, back onto that. I'm so happy that I finished up the other job. It was full-time and it was for 8 weeks, and I'm just kind of like glad that's over. Have applied for some part-time jobs, and I've got some interviews coming up, I think next week, or this week I should say, because today's Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. But guys, I hope you have been well, and I hope you are being safe, being kind, and also just taking it easy. Be kind to yourself, pamper yourself. You know, I think in today's day and age, we do need to be a little bit more just, I don't know, maybe not scrolling so much on the feeds. Yeah, I can't talk, I do it, but I do limit myself to about 20 minutes now. And yeah, and that's between Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, because you find yourself scrolling and scrolling, and it's like by the end of it you've been like 3 hours in, and it's like brain fog. Not good. All right guys, love you and leave you. Bye for now.